this video is going to be focused on Saks Global. And through this video, we wanted to share with you as to what happens when ambitious mergers meet financial reality. This is going to be a case study on corporate strategy, financial strategy, and supply chain consequences. Let's first try and understand the situation as to why are we focusing on Saks Global for this particular video. Now, the luxury retail landscape is facing a defining moment as Saks Global navigates significant financial headwinds heading into 2026. The company Saks Global was formed through the ambitious 2024 merger of Saks Fifth Avenue and the Neiman Marcus Group, which also brought the iconic Bergdorf Goodman into its own fold. Now, this company, that is Saks Global, is preparing for a potential Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing after missing a substantial interest payment on its debt obligations. The development raises important questions about the corporate strategy, debt management, and the ripple effects that the large-scale restructurings can have across entire industry ecosystems. With this background, let's try and understand the merger thesis, the ambition versus the financial viability of the entire merger. Now, when the Saks-Neiman Marcus merger was announced, the strategic rationale appeared compelling on paper. Consolidate two of America's most prestigious luxury retailers to create a juggernaut capable of competing more effectively against the direct-to-consumer brands and e-commerce platforms. The combined entity would theoretically benefit from the operational synergies, shared infrastructure, and enhanced bargaining power with the vendors. However, the deal's financial architecture tells a very different story. The approximately $2.7 billion acquisition resulted in a combined debt load of roughly $4.7 billion, a burden that has proven exceptionally difficult to service, particularly in the softening luxury market. The company's sales for the quarter ended August 2nd fell more than 13% year-on-year to $1.6 billion, with net losses widening to $288 million. Now, this situation exemplifies a recurring challenge in the corporate merger and acquisition landscape: the gap between strategic vision and financial execution. While consolidation strategies can deliver long-term value, they require careful stress testing against various market scenarios. In this case, the debt structure appears to have assumed more favorable conditions than which have materialized. With this, now let's look into the structural challenges that are being faced by the multi-brand retail store model. Beyond the specific financial dynamics of this particular merger, the Saks Global situation reflects deeper structural challenges facing the multi-brand departmental store model. The sector has faced persistent headwinds since the rise of single-brand retail in the 1980s, followed by the e-commerce disruption of the 2000s. The traditional wholesale model that underpins the departmental store operations creates inherent cash flow challenges. Retailers must pay for the inventory before selling it, while simultaneously maintaining expensive real estate footprints and staffing levels. So when the sales decline, this model can quickly become unsustainable, particularly when overlaid with significant acquisition debt.